from John 15:18 through 19, and it reads, "If the world hates you, know that it has hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love you as its own, but because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." And let's go to Matthew 10:22. "And you will be hated by all for my name's sake, but the one who endures to the end will be saved." Hallelujah. Listen, we just want to talk to you about the topic, when they hate you for being you. Now, I don't know about you, but I noticed that when I started serving God, when I said that He was going to be my king, He was going to be the person that I followed, I had a lot of people to basically walk away, to disown me, to not want to be around me. What about you, Miss G?
This is what normally happens, Miss Hello. When you stop doing things with worldly people don't have time for you anymore, which is actually a blessing. Because when you try to do godly things, you want to get away from what's going on in the world. You don't want to forget about what's going on in the world, but you want to not associate with the things anymore that's of the world.
So you say you experienced that too? You lost a lot of friends, so-called friends. Let's put it that way.
Well, I lost a lot of visitation. I still consider them my friends, and they consider me their friends. We just don't have things in common anymore, so we don't associate like we used to.
Okay, I get it. Okay, so yeah, so I guess that's what you can say about me, because I mean, it's like now that I'm not in the world, we're strangers almost, because we don't have the same type of interest anymore. So I guess, you're still considered friends, right? But we just don't have the same interest. And what gets me though is when people show that they have an attitude. You ever had people that had an attitude because you changed? And I've noticed that.
Yeah, some people will get an attitude when you change because they no longer have your favor in what they are doing. See, they no longer have you cheering the Lord. They no longer have you something new.
Right. And you know what happens? A lot of times, that I think that's when that's when the envy start. When the envy start, because it's like, oh, you changed and you're not like you used to be. I remember somebody telling me, "You're not like that old love. I miss the old love." And I think that's when the temptation starts, because you tend to want to go back to where it used to be, and you have to make a determined effort or decision not to go back to where it used to be. You know what I mean?
I understand exactly what you're saying, but Minister Love, I don't think I ever see. I'm not too far from my past, so I never wanted to go back to where I used to be, because when I look through the eyes that I have now, that God has blessed me with through His saving power and His grace, when I look back at what I used to do, I thank God that I'm no longer doing that. So I don't be tempted to go back out there, because for one thing I'm too old. But no, I'm not tempted to go back.
Well, I don't mean actually going back to doing some of the things. I mean going back trying to get some of those friends. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times we would want to desire to have the people that God removed out of our lives. We want them in our lives, and we don't seem to understand that at that time they were moved for a purpose. They were moved for a reason. And some of us, now maybe not you, Miss G, some of us seek that friendship, seek that relationship that we had prior to our commitment to serving the Lord. So that's what I mean when I said going back to what it used to be. And then the word tells us that it is only those who will endure, you know, this past that shall be saved. So, which means that we have to make sure that we stay on track. We have to make sure that there is no going back, and we have to understand that who God removes from our lives, He removes them for a reason. Like I did a post the other day. I said some people for a lesson, and some is in your life for a blessing. And when God shows you why these individuals are in your life, we need to accept that and keep it moving accordingly, right?
Yes, and we have to remember that some people, when you say some people in your life for a season, it brought it to my attention that when God uses you and people stray away, and then you'll have some later on in through the years, that will come back because they can see how God used you. And they will come to Christ because they see the goodness that God has used you to do for others. So just because we stray away don't mean that all of them will always be gone. Because those that God are using you to show His goodness, they always return.
And that's what we pray will happen, that we will be that example that will bring others to Christ. You know, and that's the whole thing about it. We got to endure what our mission is as far as serving Him, and that way if we do what we need to do and live a righteous life, and nobody is perfect, but if we do our due diligence to live a righteous life, we can pray that someone else will be led to do the same thing by watching us, because like I always say, sometimes we're the only Bibles that other people read. The way you behave. That's right. The way you act, the way you behave as a Christian is sometimes the only Bible that other people read. And so the topic, go ahead.
I agree with that, Mr. Love.
Yeah, and so the topic was when they hate on you for being you, meaning when they can't stand you because you have actually made a change. And God said we're going to be new wine. You can't put new wine in old wineskin. You're going to be new all the way through. So they just going to have to hate on you, and we can't be concerned with those who will not accept what we have learned and what we are teaching now. Or the word tells us to shake the dust from our feet. If they won't listen, we got to leave. He didn't tell us to argue. Go ahead, Miss G.
Remember what the word says also. You know, if you go further down in Matthew, it lets you know that when people insult you and talk ugly to you, say false things about you, that they are against you because of the Lord. And then you have to remember that we're supposed to rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. See, when people mistreat you because of your change, it's because they see a new thing in you.
Right.
When a new thing is seen in you, it causes them to react in a way which is foreign because they're not used to it. But we have to rejoice, because if they are behaving in a certain way, we know that we're on the right track, and we know that our reward is that we receive our Father. He will receive us when we leave this life here on this earth, so we can't be worried about what people think.
But you know, everybody's not happy for you anyway. You know, everybody's not happy for your success. Everybody's not happy for your change. You know what? Some people would prefer that an alcoholic remain an alcoholic than to get sober. That's how some people are. You know what I'm saying? So we can't worry about the haters, because first of all, that's their issue. We're not doing anything to them where they need to be hating on us, but all of a sudden the haters gonna hate, and that is not our issue. That's their issue. And so we have to go ahead, Ms. G. I'm sorry.
We have to remember, Minister Love, that even in God's house, which is the church, not the heart, which is in the building, And everybody in there don't love you. They don't even love you with agape love because they don't understand what that is or know what it is because they haven't been taught what it is. So we have to even be careful in the building to think that everybody that's smiling and grinning love us.
The church is in us. So you're saying even in the building where we have church, where we bring the church, everybody that's there that gather to worship is not what is not what it's not for you.
They're not for you. They're not loving towards you.
That's right. That's right. I mean, because everybody that like you hear this many times. Everybody in church or everybody that's there to worship aren't saved. That's why you still got to watch purse. And so you're right. Some people don't even understand the agape love, the basic love, the love that if you follow the agape love that's in the word, you will show everybody the love that Christ has ordered us to show. So but everybody doesn't even understand that. They just come to the building and say, I went to church, and not realizing church is in you. You bring the church. That's why we can have church anywhere, really. And I think that with this pandemic, we are actually showing that church can be held anywhere. Okay? And so I just wanted to speak on that because somebody out there is worried about what other people think of them. If you're doing right by the word of God, if you're being obedient, you don't have to worry about what people think of you. I worry about you thinking that I'm not doing my due diligence as a preacher, representing God well. Yeah, that's something to be concerned of when I know I'm out here doing wrong and sinning. But if I know that I'm bound by the word and I'm doing what it is that he wants me to do, I don't worry about the haters. Haters gonna hate. We gotta keep moving. We have to be saved in the end. So that's what we need to focus on. And then I want to tell y'all something. We have to make sure that we raise our kids in the same manner accordingly, not to be worrying about what haters say, because we got to remember when they start worrying about what haters say, they start opening themselves up to being bullied. So I just wanted to put that out there. Want y'all to know that I really appreciate you being with us on today. God loves you. I love you. Miss G loves you. Don't you, Miss G?
Of course I do. And stay blessed.
Make sure you love yourself and you go on and love somebody else. And we will talk to you on next Saturday. Probably at the same time, 11:30 hour. God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Eason. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so very, very much, and God bless you also, Minister Love.
Thank you. Miss G.
That was a good one, Minister Love.
I think so.
Talking about that.
We're still live on Facebook, even though we're not on the air anymore. I like this conversation too. It was just, because see, one thing about us, y'all, my mother, Miss G, and I do not rehearse our conversations. And a lot of times she doesn't know what we're going to talk about until maybe 30 minutes before the show. So everything that you hear from us is genuine. It's real. And that's why you may hear her correct me, or you might hear me correct her, because we do not rehearse our shows. Okay? Everything is wrong. And so, but I want to tell y'all this. I meant to say it on the radio, and I probably say it next week, though. But I have had the best mother. The best mother. My mom, I did, because see, my mom was strict on us growing up, okay? And then to see the metamorphosis where she was strict on us growing up, and then as we became adults, she became our best friend. She became someone we could talk to and confide. And just like any child, I don't want to hear anything that we don't want to hear. We don't want to hear, her telling us the right things. And it takes us some days, especially me, to get over her correcting me and redirecting me as an adult. But I can tell you now that she probably the only one that I listen to, even though it might take me a few days. but she's probably the only one. And so, and the reason why I put this out, because it's important that you have a relationship with your child, but you have to set boundaries. And that's what my mother did when we was growing up. She set boundaries. So we can be the best of friends. We can be good friends because my sister and brother and I know how far to go with her, even as adults. I'm almost 50 years old, and I know how far. I think I'm probably the only one. I think I push her more. Don't I push you more than anybody, Mom?
You most certainly do, darling.
Yeah, I thought I was the one that pushed you the most. I thought I did. But my sister and brother, baby, they fall right in line. My sister.
You ain't necessarily saying the thing is, your sister, she will hurt me and don't hurt me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So she don't talk back.
Right.
She heard him, and that she want to hear, she hears.
That's
and your
true.
brother, I have to tell him 20,000 times, and he might listen. He'll listen when he needs it. But with you always voice your opinion because you're strong. And they're strong with it too. They just take it in a different way. You have to voice your opinion more. So I feel like when I'm talking, you're not listening. So I have to keep telling you. And that's what really irritates you. Because I have to keep telling you the same thing over and over again.
I know, and I hate that. Oh.
Stop until you get it.
I hate for people to keep telling me the same thing over and over again. Don't keep demanding stuff on me. And my mom gets under my skin because she would do that. But like she said, she think I'm not listening. But I be hearing her. I heard you the first time. I heard you the first time. Just because I don't respond in the way she wants me to respond right then, she keep on saying it. And it's not that it's not that I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna follow through. It's like I don't beat a dead horse to death for real. You know, if you tell me you should do this, that, and the other, I'm like, okay, let me figure out how I'm gonna apply this. But my mama is so bossy. It's like right then and there, you need to get it done. Like I said, it. You heard me. And I'm like, and she don't stop telling me what to do. I'm grown. See, I'm one of them. I'm grown children. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown. Hey, Diana. Hey, Natasha, baby. How you doing, sweetie? But yeah, I'm one of them. I'm grown. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. And she gets so mad when I be like, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I'm like, if it don't come with a check with a signature at the bottom, I ain't trying to hear it. That's the only way.
Neither man, I'll be trying to hear it. When you be telling me, I'm grown. But when you stuck in the hole and I'm the one guy that untwist your ankle, then I feel like you need to listen. So, hey, I'm going to keep on telling you until I feel like you learned the lesson.
Y'all know a hard head does make a soft butt. and more.
You really don't even have to do what I tell you. You really don't even have to do it. Just let me know you heard me so that when you get in the predicament, you know how to back out of the situation. That's all I'm saying.
Understood.
I'm older and I've been there, done that. So if it didn't work for me and my girlfriend, I just want you to know it's not going to work for you.
Understood. Next time I'll be like, okay, 10-4, aye, aye, Captain. Whoa. Y'all know that army term. I'm going to let her know I got it so she won't keep repeating because that thing gets under my skin. But she keeps...
And I know it, dude. That's why I do it.
I be like, why she keep saying it over and over again? The whole topic be gone now. I'm mad about the fact that she keep on saying it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember what we were discussing because I'm mad about her keep bossing me around and, you know. But, you know, honestly, I had the best mom growing up. We didn't even know that we were poor. And, well, I guess not poor. I guess poor is a state of mind or whatever. But we didn't know we had much money. I didn't know.
We didn't know that we weren't rich because we were never poor.
Well, okay. I didn't know we weren't rich until I got in high school, and I asked my mom one day. I was like, "Mama, we not rich." That's how good my mom was. And I'm saying this because, nowadays kids be all in the business, kids be all in the bills, kids know that you can't pay your rent, kids know everything these days. Back in the day, we didn't know that foolishness. How we know mama struggling trying to feed us? We ain't know nothing about that. We ain't know nothing.
Mama was struggling.
Well, mama, I know you probably won't struggle, but you was a single mother with 3, so it had to be.
Yeah, but all single mothers don't struggle because you got to use your knowledge. You have to use your knowledge when it comes to raising your children. And then you have to keep your children out of your personal business because you want them to grow up happy.
True that. True that. Well, we weren't in her personal business. We wanted none of that. We did not know the pros and cons of raising kids. All we knew is that we was happy. My sister and brother could go out and play in dirt. I did not play in dirt. Did not play in dirt. I did not go outside in no t-shirt because I was always a lady. Wasn't I, mama?
Yep. Yep. And they didn't play in dirt either, love.
Well, they would go out and play. They play with frogs and cats and stuff.
Because you were always so much older. You were mature acting for your age.
Girl, I ain't playing with no.
You can go and be around there because you were always mature.
I ain't playing with no frogs and cats and stuff. My sister and brother got there and beat the little frog till his eyes turned red. I don't understand. They were some kind of children. I didn't do all that stuff. Mama made me go outside, sit on the porch, and observe.
Yeah, tell your side of the story, baby.
Girl, I ain't playing no dirt. Only time I went to play.
But you went outside and played like the rest of the children, love.
Not much.
With Kathy, you played.
Yeah, me and Kathy played. I would play at the city park. Y'all know that's my spot, right? That is my favorite spot since childhood. They done tore that park up. It don't look nothing like it used to look. I wish the park was like it used to look. Let me tell y'all something. The way our swings used to be at the city park, I could go out there and swing today if they had kept them same swings out there at the city park. Because we used to have adult swings. You're talking about them big rubber seats with the long chains on the swing. And the swing was like 100 feet long. It was long. And I could go swing today had they kept those same swings out there. They're going to remodel. Mama, I could. They was adult swings. Remember we used to have one person stand up on the swing and the other person be in the swing and the person standing up on the swing swinging you?
Yeah, Lord, that was before people became overweight. I couldn't see them swings today.
I believe you could.
I wouldn't even try because I have no sister there.
Let me tell y'all something. They tore City Park up. City Park ain't nothing like City Park. Let me tell y'all, I went to the City Park last week, and I did my little walk at the City Park. And it used to be this trail. We used to call it the Indian Trail because, we was Native American. We're Native American and Black.
Oh, Lord.
We are quiet as a cow.
You tell everybody that.
Well, we are Native American.
I think most Black people are either Indian American or white.
I'm not gonna go there. Mama, I'm not going there. I don't care what most Black people are. I am Native American, and I am also African American. Period. On both sides of my family. Okay. So when we were younger, we used to go on the Indian Trail. That's what we used to call it. It's a big stone, look like a pyramid at the city park. Okay? And if you go look at the stone, you go look around the stones, you see little markers, right? We used to call that the Indian Trail. But when I went the other day and actually read the markers, baby, it was far from the Indian Trail. Far from the Indian Trail. I should have never took myself over there and looked at them markers over there in the city park. I don't know what to think now, because it was always the Indian Trail. As long as I didn't go over there, it would have still been the Indian Trail. But Cousins, it's not the Indian Trail no more. I'm telling you. Next time I'm gonna take pictures of the markers, because I'm like, as stop, y'all taught me that was the Indian Trail. But anyway, yeah, my mama knows she have Indian, quarter Indian, whatever she is. She know it. And then,
Yeah, I'm not denying it. I'm just saying, everybody, you can tell everybody that.
why we tell everybody we black? I mean, we tell everybody we black. Why I can't claim my entire being, my entire bloodline? Huh? Grandma made me promise. Grandma used to make me promise when I was younger not to forget that she wasn't black. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no problem with it. But anyway, I don't think we'll get accepted on the reservation.
Thanks to your granddad.
Your granddaddy. Not my granddaddy. Thanks to your granddaddy.
All right.
But anyway, you don't want to talk about that, and you brought it up. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. Love got to go in here and get back on her little diet. I ain't on a diet, but my new change of eating, and I'm writing a book accordingly. I'm not gonna walk today unless I walk later on this afternoon. But I am gonna go in here and probably eat me a sandwich. I'm on this wheat bread kick. Until I can get off bread completely. But I'm gonna go ahead and get me a sandwich and eat modestly, drink some water or so, and call it a day. I am going to relax today. Yes, ma'am.
So you're walking and eating sandwiches?
Yeah. I ain't gonna kill myself. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna be happy now.
Well, who are you out there walking in the cold? Well, it's cold, but it's sunny today.
I gotta exercise. I can't exercise in the house. That ain't gonna work. I gotta push myself. See, I have to walk to a destination so I can make myself walk back. If I try walking in the house, I ain't gonna get nowhere but from to the couch. So I gotta go on the block and walk around the block so I can get back home. That's how you walk. Listen, y'all, if you know you can't work out in your house, you gotta get out of the house. I learned that from the military. You run a mile, you gotta run a mile back to your destination. Nobody's gonna pick you up in the van. When we used to run up Coley Mountain in Hawaii, you're looking for a van back down that mountain. I think that mountain, goodness, that mountain was, how far was that? It was a few miles from where we ran up that mountain, baby, and it was difficult. But when you ran down the mountain, it was much better. But the problem was, when you got up the mountain, you knew that in order for you to get back to your barracks, dressed and on time for formation, you had to run down that mountain. And so that's my mentality. If I know I'm not gonna do nothing in the house, I get myself outside that house, I walk to a destination, then I know I got to walk back, and there you go. I got my exercise in. I'm not starving myself, y'all. I'm not punishing myself. I'm just doing things differently. That's all. And I'm gonna put it in the book, and I'm gonna sell it. I told y'all for $20. $20 is gonna be because I'm gonna have my stories in there too. So y'all gonna get some good stuff, and then it's gonna be $5 shipping and handling. Or it might be.
So we're gonna sell a book for $25.
It might be $15 and $5 shipping and handling, like I'm selling this first book. So yeah, I probably $15 and $5 shipping and handling. So $20. Get your 20s ready, Mama. I'm always truthful, always transparency, but I'm not gonna tell you what my starting weight is. I'm just gonna let you know that I lost 100 pounds. Period.
The book gonna be about your weight loss.
Yeah, I am journaling my journey of losing 100 pounds.
Oh, okay.
And then the second book too, But You're a Minister, will come after that.
So you putting on Facebook every day when you walk.
Right. And
And then you're gonna write a book about it.
right.
Well, we can just keep the videos on.
No, you don't need to keep the videos because the book is telling you what I'm eating and stuff like that, and what I'm thinking in my mind as I walk, and this, that, and the other. And that's
But you just told us.
Look, Mom. Look, don't be trying to mess my hustle up, honey. You ain't mess my hustle up. You get your own hustle. Trying to bust my hustle. What's wrong with her, y'all? What's wrong with her? Yeah, let me get off this doggone line. Trying to mess up my hustle. What's wrong with her? What?
I had a flashback.
For what?
I had a flashback when we used to have fun.
What, doing the videos?
Yeah.
We gonna start doing the videos again.
But look, I can see you walking every day. I've been looking at you walking every day, maybe twice a day. Then you come back and you would eat a bologna sandwich with the wheat bread.
That's right.
And my thing is this. Why would I buy your book when I can just pull up all the videos?
Okay, see that.
Write the book about you myself.
See, listen here. Listen. Don't do that.
Oh, I'm just.
We gonna start our videos back anyway, to give the people something to laugh at. We'll start our videos back.
Got something to laugh at.
Why? Me working out. Look, how about my granddaughter said?
Telling the story that you showing them the story that you gonna write about. That is funny.
That's all right. Don't worry about my hustle. Look, my granddaughter said, Grandma, we saw your video. You can't breathe. Y'all, I start out the gate. I started out the gate. I started the gate breathing hard. As soon as I put
it with no mask and no hat. We like to worry about your book.
Yesterday I put the hat on. I had the mask on. The mask was just smothering me. But as soon as I put that hat and mask on, baby, I was breathing hard.
Well, you have to have that mask on. You can't walk the street like that, girl. Somebody will say something real ugly.
You can. You can exercise without your mask.
People are afraid. If you can't wear your mask, what good you gonna look like small little Carson?
You always take it to the dark side. I'm about to get off this line.
Everything is a dark side now with COVID, love. Come on now.
Ma, you can barely breathe trying to wear a mask and walk. And I'm out of shape.
You don't have no business out there.
I did. Facebook. Facebook. Let me go on and do what I'm going to do and be lazy today. God bless you all real good. Talk to you later.
Love you, love.